Hi, everybody. It's Alex here with another Spotlight interview, and this time with my new good friend, Tory Bjorklund. Hi, Tory. How are
Hey,
you?
Alex. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's so great to see you. And Tory, you're one of the founders and you're the CEO of a company called Victoria Fide Consulting, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, I think that's such a cool name, and I'll tell you why. Because when I originally saw that, the first question, remember when we first met, I'm like, "Hey, who's Victoria?" And you're like, "Well, no, that's actually Latin for
Success
success."
assurance.
Yeah, it's Latin for
Yeah,
success assurance. So I think that's the coolest thing. So Victoria Fide Consulting actually means success assurance. And what you all do, is my understanding is you're a consulting practice that helps people with projects, right? Big digital transformation, big type of projects.
yeah. So we help companies to prepare, or we fix their big projects if they get in the middle of them and they're failing. And really about 70 to 80% of significant technology projects fail, and we help fix it, or ideally we help them avoid those problems in the first place.
That's what you really want, I think. That's what you were telling me when
That's what we're really about. And
yeah.
that's why Success Assurance is the name of the company.
Oh, I get
Although
it now.
Success Assurance sounds like an insurance company.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like an insurance. So if you're a CIO, CTO, et cetera, and you've got a failing project and you need help, you call Tory and his team. That's number
Right.
one, right?
That's
But
right.
if you're planning a project and you want assurance that you and your team are doing it right, they could call you, could either help them, or you've got, I assume, some resources just to
Yeah,
help them. Am I
that's right.
correct in
That's
that?
right.
All right.
For significant technology implementations.
So what would be some examples of
Like a new ERP system, or a new CRM system, manufacturing execution system, warehouse management systems. Though those kinds of
the
major
big ones, the big ones?
technologies. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right.
And
Yeah.
what types of companies do you work with?
Yeah, typically it's mid-market manufacturing and distribution companies.
Uh-huh.
We've worked with a lot of other areas, healthcare and retail and so forth, but kind of our sweet spot is manufacturing and distribution, mid-level. So, in the range of 200 million to 2 billion in top line
Okay.
revenue.
So that would be mid-level, and a lot of people call that $2 billion company enterprise. So
Yeah,
mid-level and the
yeah.
beginning of
We,
the
and we
enterprise
do
niche.
have clients that are, 50 million in top line revenue and
Yeah.
100 million and stuff, but
Sure.
that's uh, that's a little less common.
Well, I got to tell you, I've been doing the Technology Executives Club and the Peer Advisory Group for years, decades actually, just like you've been doing this for a little bit. And I, it, a quarter doesn't go by where I hear a CIO talking about a ERP disaster or a
Yeah.
struggle or a problem. So I think you really can help people with this. So, in terms of sharing what you do, maybe you could tell us a couple of stories about what you actually do. Maybe one where you help somebody recover, or maybe one where you help them plan.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was contacted by a chief operating officer of a medium-sized manufacturing company,
Uh-huh.
and they said, well, we'd implemented this ERP system, and we aren't as efficient as we were before we implemented it, and particularly from a production perspective. So we came in and helped them, in essence, re-implement that aspect of their
Oh,
ERP system, and many multiple X of productivity through that process. Then an interesting thing is that COO left there and became the CEO of another company, a distribution company. And she called us again and said, hey, we are planning to grow our company by 3 to 5 times in the next 3 to 5 years. And we're going to need new systems. We want to do this right from the beginning. Let's start with, you help us with our roadmap, tell us what we need to do, help us with the solution selection and so forth. And so we're right in the process of implementing their new ERP system. So and they're just, you're really thrilled with
well, that's a
that.
good testimonial. So she left the first company, realized how good a job you did of saving that company, basically. Because what I heard with the first company, they're the problem implementation, right?
Yes,
They had an
exactly.
ERP, they implemented it, now their systems weren't working, their procedures weren't working because their
That's right.
procedures weren't fitting. Whoever
They were
implemented,
doing all of their production planning and everything in spreadsheets.
oh,
They'd spent million plus dollars on an ERP implementation, and they were doing their production planning in a spreadsheet.
Yeah, just like half of the rest of the world, so you helped them get it off the spreadsheet and help match their process. Actually, you help match the ERP system to the actual processes that they
we
needed
help
to
them
do.
develop their processes as
You help
well.
them develop it. Okay, great.
Right.
Because I know that's a big reason why, a lot of people say the intelligence is on all the spreadsheets in everybody's office, because that's what people are still doing with these massive things. Yeah. And so you help them solve that problem. Well, anybody listening today, if you've got a project that is failing, ERP, or what are the other types of major projects? Can you repeat that again?
Customer relationship management, CRM systems, warehouse management systems, manufacturing execution systems. Those are kind of some of the major ones.
Okay, so if anybody's watching this, they got a project and they just want to talk to you, are there certain questions you can, almost like a doctor, hey, does it hurt here? Are there certain kind of questions you can ask them so you know whether you can help them or not? Yeah,
and actually they can just download some self-administered assessments from our website we just had one, for example, somebody filled out our troubled ERP root cause assessment. And then they called us and said, hey, we think we need some help because we're scoring pretty low on all the 7 areas that you lay out for us. So
what's it called again? The
root cause assessment.
Oh, root cause.
Like if you have a troubled ERP system implementation and you're wondering why is this in the ditch, this will help highlight where the issues are.
That's great. So, and give us the website real quick so people know how to get that.
Sure, it's victoriafide.com, and that's Victoria as in the name, and then FIDE.com.
Victoriafide.com. So that's one resource that you have.
Yeah,
and you've got other
assessment.
Root cause assessments.
Yeah, we have company preparedness, ERP implementation preparedness assessments. We have several assessments that we do.
What are they doing different in this new project that you're helping them with?
Yeah, so the first thing was really spending time identifying what they really want the system to be able to do for them, and identifying where the opportunities are in the organization that technology can really help them with, and then fitting a solution to those opportunities, so to make sure that they're getting the right solution. Then the second thing is they're a company that's been around for 40 years doing the same thing the same way for 40 years. They really needed to have some organizational change management. They needed also some serious project management, help them put that together. So we did the solution selection, we did the vendor selection with them, we put together the project plan for them, and done a lot of organizational change management to help with that fear, uncertainty, and dread factor that everybody feels about these major changes that are coming in.
So they've got the experienced team, meaning you all, coming in at the front end of these projects and helping them identify what the project's really about and a plan to get it done. That's really great. That's
right.
Really great.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a Fortune 500 company, you've got teams that do this kind of stuff, right? If you're a $100 million company, you don't have that team. And we bring that expertise. So I've personally been involved in over 200 ERP implementations.
Totally makes sense. I mean, I know a lot of these people in the Midwest more, but now across the U.S. with our presence now, and a lot of these people that are head of IT today, started off when it wasn't even called IT; it was just called data processing, and so you can't expect them to have all this expertise, but they certainly know they need the help. Yeah. Well, this has been really great. Again, thank you for this spotlight interview. These are kind of short. You've given us a couple reasons for people to contact you. Let's just summarize that again. The first would be if you've got a troubled ERP, root cause analysis, it's on your website. But I assume they can just go to that website. Why don't you just tell us the website again?
Yeah, it's victoriafide.com. It's Victoria like the name, FIDE.com.
Yep, and they can get that. You've got other resources. And reach out to Tory and his team. And if you've either got a problem project, or you're planning a project and you want to make sure that you minimize the problems,
get in touch with us so you don't have a problem project.
So it is kind of like insurance. right?
Yeah.
So,
right.
Tory, this has been, I mean, it goes so quick, right? This was a great interview. Thank you, Tory, for your time today. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
It was my pleasure.